Okay. So
Yeah.
I'm happy that many young Africans are reaching out to you. Okay. So what do you think, because every bad thing that happens to people, there's always something good behind the scene. So what do you want to create out of this experience? Okay, this difficult experience. Because I will tell you one thing, Idris, you must not let this go without creating something out of it.
So, you know, one of the main things is that apart from people reaching out to me is that I've also like people who, you know, like interview requests and stuff, because other platforms where they want to reach or share the story with a bigger audience as well. But at the same time, I've received like invitations from universities, you know, to come and speak, and teachers.
Very good. Very good.
Teachers, and just to come and speak to their students, because remember, we live in an age where, like they always say, the internet doesn't forget. It could be in a positive way or in a negative way. For my case, it's negative. But also, two things here. History is subjective, you know, in a major way. The kind of history that we're taught as Africans, because the issue about the tweets is it's not about me. It's way above me. It's beyond me. For instance, you know, it's beyond me as an individual. It's about a people's history. You know, because it took me during this time. I took time to reflect, to think about, you know, even ourselves as Africans. We live in a post-colonial, Africa for most of us, where our grandparents or, you know, their parents went through a lot of atrocities and stuff. So trying to understand our pain, you know, so that I can understand these other people's pain as well, and what these tweets really mean for them. So, so a lot of my time so far has been like to reflect, to write a lot, and also meeting a lot of like people in like these communities here in the Jewish communities.
Very good.
People
very good. Very good.
People have made like friends with, because, you know, for instance, there's one fact that I just learned recently. For instance, the number of Jewish people in the world, it's very limited, right?
Very few.
And they always say it's very few. And they say, if you ask a lot of Africans, for instance, if they've ever met a Jewish person, like it's almost, the ratio is like
they haven't. Most of us
never
haven't.
Most have. I've never. But then, so I've also got this privilege to meet these people, like you know, people from the Jewish community. Yes, and just to discuss with them and what it means, you know, what their history, for instance, and also share my story.
Your story
as an African, as a kid growing up in Kenya, what this
Nairobi,
really means. And in Nairobi, and in this slum in Nairobi, not just in Nairobi, because you know.
Okay, very good.
Yes, and in this slum in Nairobi, what that means, and so sharing our stories. This has kind of also opened the door to dialogue, to share our stories, for them to tell me their story and me telling them my story, you know, and. So a lot of it for me has been about writing a lot to like different publications as well.
Very good.
And looking at also how to, I'm still trying to make my calendar and stuff. Like
I mean, this thing happened just less than 2 months ago. Okay.
So, yes, exactly.
You have a lot of things to learn. Okay. In history, in African history, in Jewish history, okay? And now,